Hey guys, I am RZ and I made a Attack on Titan live action trailer, or teaser, or anything you want to call that. There was a long time since I just disappeared from Instagram, and when I saw the announcement of the new Attack on Titan season, I just thought, bro, I need to make an edit. This is my favorite anime of all time, but I just don't make AMVs anymore, so what could I make? Well, I'm a big fan of Jalex Rosa.
I did everything Tanzo and Toby told you I did.
Carrie Ashmore, Diego Woods, why can't I make something like them? Well, I would need a really better PC to make it in 3D, but let's just throw this idea away. I started to think about some ways to make it until I managed how. I could choose some frames and use something to interpolate it, like those animations people do of League of Legends and those things in 2D, but it will be realistic, so it's kinda complicated to make this like realistic, but I would try. So I started to think about an entire song trailer with a lot of action and titans. Then I started to make everything, and I realized that it would take like months to finish it. So I just decided to make a small version for now. Well, I want to make some Eren thing. He's my favorite character, so I should make his clothes. I took my shirt, cut it a bit, then passed my shoelace through these holes. I bought a cardigan, took my dad's boots, and that's it, I'm ready now. So I started to record some scenes after I planned what I will make, and now I started to edit everything. So for this rotating scene, I want to remake the Kitty Eren scene. I don't need much more than a blue sky for the background, but when I started to make the movement of the character, I needed to mark some frames, cut their background, then cut me in 4 parts: hand, cloth, body, and backhand. Now I adjust the cloth a little, adjust the levels and colors. I remember I made this for a lot of frames, and finally send that to After Effects. Here I used a technique that I never saw someone using. Basically, I used some plugin to animate the images with masks. Then I made masks for everything, started to animate them until the movement was finished. Then I made some wine on the cloth for the background. It's a shitty ad, but in the final it will be nice. And after 2 days, the raw first clip was finished. So now it's time for the second clip, and it's Eren from Backvision. For this one I only used 1 frame. I cut it and then separated this cloth from the rest because I want to animate it. So I tried to make this more close to the original frame. I got some jeans and shirt images on the internet. I cut it, I placed it to the character. I drew some hair to make it more kinda Eren. I adjusted everything to match colors, but the background, added some highlights and shadows to make all of this better, and the Photoshop part is finished. Now and after, I made the wine on the cloth with a big displacement map. Then I used some puppet to animate the hands, make everything 3D, the camera movement, some light rays to make everything looks a little bit nicer, and there's one more raw clip finished. Now for this one I already had the highlights because my phone light was there, so I decided to just cut the background. So I went to After Effects, transformed the entire clip on images, then went to Photoshop and cut all the images one by one. After a lot of time I finished it. So I picked 1 frame, put it on Photoshop and started to make the background with some rocks and sky, and after some work I made it. So I exported to After Effects, make everything 3D, then I put some optical flares there to make it nice. I made the camera movement, and there's another raw clip finished. So this hand clip, it was kinda hard because I knew that the hand animation would be really hard to make because the fingers make a lot of movement. They are covering the hand, so I just go and make everything individual. I cut out the fingers and the palm, then I got some blood PNG, put that on the hand, match everything, made some highlights and shadows. Maybe it doesn't seem hard, but bro, I need to make this to more than 1 frame and it needs to match. Then for the background I used some stripes there and just put a green curtain. Then on After Effects, everything went wrong. I tried a lot of ways to make the fingers animation, but all was wrong. So I had to make some more frames, divided it into some different masks until it looked better. So I added the light rays again, and it makes a lot better. And I finally finished this one. For that jumpscare scene, I made a version of Eren's Titan with realistic things. So I got this skull, this meat, and this reference image. So after some work, a lot of liquify, highlights and shadows, I finally made it. And now it's time to make the audio. So I want the project to be really original. I didn't want to use scenes from the anime and from the manga. I used something, yes, because I just didn't know how to do it. But I was trying to make it like almost all original fan made. So I want the audio to be very original too. Except for the voice and the everybody wants to the word thing. So I got some sound effects of wind, footsteps, birds, glitches, demons, some voices of Attack on Titan scenes, and the music. I started to mix everything there, then made some shorts with this instrument. I don't even know how to do this, so I just put some lights there. This was really boring, so I added a lot of reverb, and after some work it was done. So now it's time to sync everything, make the shakes nice, the glitches, the color grading, and of course my MRZ logo. Bro, it's been a long time since I used this. And after I put all of this together, a lot of time and hard work, I ended up with this.
Mikasa. お前が大嫌いだった。
Everybody wants to rule the world.
戦え。
Thank you so much for watching this. I would really appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe and follow me on Instagram, because I'm coming back now, so all of the support is really important to me, and I'm trying to put all my effort here, not just for the videos but for the Instagram too. I'm really trying to make everything nice now. So again, thank you, I hope you like it. I think that's it guys, so see you soon.